The United States Senate passes the Northern Mariana Islands U.S. Workforce Act of 2018, otherwise known as the CW bill, this morning. Congressman Gregorio Sablan holds a press conference to give us the details. Take a listen.
The Senate passed the U.S. Workforce Act
at 6 a.m. CNMI time and at 4 p.m. in Washington, D.C. The Northern Mariana Islands U.S. Workforce Act of 2018 passed the United States Senate by unanimous consent.
But we've worked with Senator McConnell, Senator Murkowski, Leader Schumer, Senator Cantwell, Heinrich, Hirono, Menendez, and Wyden. Just today, getting them to convince the Senate Majority Leader to place this on the hotline.
And on the hotline in the last 10 minutes prior to adjourning, according to this unofficial transcript, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell from Kentucky asked for unanimous consent the Senate proceed to the immediate consideration of H.R. 5956.
The Majority Leader McConnell to put it on the hotline at 6 o'clock our time this morning. And this bill passed the Senate by unanimous consent 10 minutes before the Senate adjourned. So yes, it was a photo finish.
Congressman Gregorio Sablan says this took a lot of work and a lot of convincing, arguing the issue that this is a labor bill, he explains.
This is a labor bill. This bill protects U.S. workers, and that this was very important to the economy of the Northern Mariana Islands.
Prior to being placed on the hotline, Congressman says questions were brought up and addressed. Okay, so you mentioned that there were some questions brought up.
Right.
Do you mind expanding on those and what those questions may have been?
Well, yeah, I mean, some of the questions were, look, last week, the House broke up. The House, look, there was even an argument on the floor between the chairman of the Freedom Caucus and the Speaker, and Speaker Ryan, over immigration bill. The House last week and the week before defeated two bills, Republican bills were defeated on immigration bills. So this became a problem.
As Congressman says, controversy in the House over the past 2 weeks involving immigration raised these questions.
Is this an immigration bill? And it's not. It's just an extension of a bill that actually has improved the workforce, what we call CW workers issue here. This provides more protection for U.S. workers, and that has helped. And so we were able to answer those questions.
Answering those questions and enlisting help to get this bill for consideration before the Senate goes on recess until mid-July.
We had to convince Leader McConnell to put this on the hotline, and we were making phone calls. We were enlisting the help of our friends in the Senate. Again, Senator Murkowski we're blessed with her. And then Senators Cantwell, Heinrich, Hirono, Menendez, Wyden, we enlisted their help. And the Congressional Hispanic Caucus, we enlisted their help in convincing the Majority Leader, to put this bill today.
And today?
You have to vote one by one. On UC, as you can see from the transcript, without objection, the bill was considered, read for the third time, passed. And now it goes to the President for his consideration. We're hopeful that he would sign it into law.
And here is a look at a glance of the NMI U.S. Workforce Act of 2018. This bill extends the CW permit program by 10 years, with the transition period to end in December 2029. A cap set to 13,000 permits available for fiscal year 2019, with annual decreases set, protection for U.S. workers, no-ghost permits, and an anti-fraud fee and wage protections. Congressman Gregorio Sablan explains the next step to getting this bill to the desk of President Trump.
The Senate, it's signed by the Speaker or his designee, and the House Clerk, and and there's a form they use, a cover letter sort of, cover form, and it goes to the White House. So my understanding in the White House is they would seek the comments or the informed decisions of the Department of Homeland Security in this case, probably the U.S. Department of Labor, and the President would be advised whether to sign or to disapprove the measure.
Congressman Kilili Sablan says 2 weeks ago in a conversation with the White House liaison, this measure was discussed, and he says he is hopeful and confident President Trump will sign this bill. And according to the